So you want to build a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easy, then distribute it everywhere and even earn cash, all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup's like, you can start creating now. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else where podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are even available on Spotify. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free with no catch. When I started doing podcasts, I had absolutely no experience. So I find the user interface guiding you through the process of building the podcast really simple. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started. That's spotify.com/podcasters. Back to the quiz. Hello quiz heads, welcome to Takeaway Trivia, your pub quiz in a podcast, episode number 196. How you doing? I'm feeling a lot better than I was this time last week when I had the COVID. I'm all clear again and feeling much better. I finally set foot outside of the house. It's good. Just in time for Christmas as well. So this is the Christmas edition, or the Quizmas edition of Takeaway Trivia. A few rounds with a festive feel coming your way. Before we get started, two hellos. Erin Williams says my partner Richard and I have almost made it back through the whole catalogue of Takeaway Trivia. It was a vibe to go back to the first episode and not be prepared for how little time we got to answer the questions. I have thought about going in and re-editing the first edition of Takeaway Trivia because it is a lot faster. It's something I might do with the 200th episode coming up very soon indeed. Can you give Richard a shout out? And he'd love a Transformers question chucked in so he can finally beat me. That's Erin Williams from Bendigo in Australia. I am thinking next week I might do a round of subjects that have been requested by all of you. We'll see how that goes. Once again, Erin Williams, thank you for that. Richard, hello. And also hello to Neil Brogan, who says, shout out to my partner Lauren. If all goes to plan, we should be listening to this on a plane to Florida on the 22nd of December. We're going to get married. That's from Neil Brogan. Neil and Lauren, congratulations. Best wishes for the wedding. And go and ride a few roller coasters for me in Florida, will you? Neil says Lauren is the smartest person to be in a quiz team with, and I love her. Good stuff. Right then, on with this week's quiz. It's Christmas week, so there is a festive feel to the questions. We've got the final fling coming up. We'll be playing Quiz Links. A round we've never done on the podcast, but I've done at my pub quiz a few times. It's called Pull My Cracker, and it's all about dodgy Christmas cracker jokes. Good luck with that one. But first of all, let's start with your general knowledge. Good luck, and Merry Quizmas. Let's get started then. Round number one this week isn't general knowledge. That's a shocking change, isn't it? This week, it's Yuletide knowledge. 10 questions about the festive season. Question number 1. What do the burglars call themselves in Home Alone? Number 1. What do the burglars call themselves in Home Alone? Number 2. Which country first used tinsel as a Christmas tree decoration? So number 2, which country first used tinsel as a decoration? Number 3, in which country is St. Nick called Sinterklaas? So number 3, in which country is St. Nicholas called Sinterklaas? Number 4, in which country did eggnog originate? Question number 4. In which country did eggnog originate? Number 5. What is a female turkey called? Question number 5. What is a female turkey called? Number 6. What is a bûche de Noël, a popular French dessert at Christmas, called in the UK? So question number 6. A bûche de Noël is a popular French dessert at Christmas. What do we call it in the UK? Number 7. In which festive film does Billy Bob Thornton play the US president? Number 7. In which festive film does Billy Bob Thornton play the US president? Question number 8. Which Blink-182 song was covered by Mike Gear for the 2022 John Lewis Christmas TV commercial? Number 8. Which Blink-182 song was covered by Mike Gear for the 2022 John Lewis Christmas TV commercial? Number 9. Which stretch of water in London is used for a Christmas morning swim? Number 9. Which stretch of water in London is used for a traditional Christmas morning swim? And number 10. According to the lyrics of the song, what were Frosty the Snowman's final words? Number 10. According to the lyrics of the song, what were Frosty the Snowman's final words? There you go, 10 Christmassy questions. I'll have the answer for you after round number 2 in just a bit. We continue on to round number 2 of this week's takeaway trivia, and because it's Christmas, let's have a fun one. Don't take this round too seriously, but I call it Pull My Cracker. Yes, Christmas cracker jokes are a terrible tradition here in the UK, and basically, if you don't know what a cracker is, I don't know how internationally travelled they are, it's a cardboard tube with a snap in it, and when you pull it, it goes, makes a bang, and there's like a party hat in it that you have to wear. That's law around the dinner table, and there's normally a little toy and a joke or a motto or a saying. So all of these are the first lines of Christmas cracker jokes. The question is, can you come up with the answer? They're normally terrible, terrible puns. Good luck, everyone. Number 1. What does Santa get when he's stuck in a chimney? Remember, it's a joke answer we're looking for. Number 1. What does Santa get when he's stuck in a chimney? Number 2. What do you get if you eat Christmas decorations? Number 2. What do you get if you eat Christmas decorations? Number 3. Why did no one bid for Rudolph and Blitzen on eBay? Question number 3. Why did no one bid for Rudolph and Blitzen on eBay? Number 4. Why does Santa have 3 gardens? So number 4. Why does Santa have 3 gardens? And number 5. Who is Santa's favourite singer? Number 5. Who is Santa's favourite singer? Number 6. What do you get if you cross a snowman with a vampire? 6. What do you get if you cross a snowman with a vampire? Number 7. Why was the snowman looking through the carrots? Number 7. Why was the snowman looking through the carrots? Number 8. Who hides in the bakery at Christmas? Number 8. Who hides in the bakery at Christmas? Number 9. What do you sing at a snowman's birthday party? Number 9. What would you sing at a snowman's birthday party? And number 10. What do you get if you cross Santa with a duck? So number 10. What do you get if you cross Santa with a duck? They're all Christmas cracker jokes. They're all really stupid answers. Good luck with that round. A bit of fun for Christmas. Let's take a look back at round number 1. It was all Yuletide knowledge. Answer to number 1. What do the burglars call themselves in Home Alone? That's the Wet Bandits. Number 2. Which country first used tinsel as a Christmas decoration? It was Germany. So far, they've traced the origins of it back to Nuremberg in 1610. Number 3. Which country is St. Nick called Sinterklaas? That's in the Netherlands. Number 4. What is a female turkey? Oh no, I've missed one there, haven't I? Number 4. Which country did eggnog originate in? It's kind of seen as an American thing, isn't it? But it actually originated here in Britain, and it can be traced back to Norfolk and East Anglia, to be precise. Number 5. What is a female turkey called? That's a hen. Number 6. What is a bûche de Noël, the popular French dessert at Christmas time, called in the UK? It's a Yule log. Number 7. In which festive film does Billy Bob Thornton play the US President? Love Actually. Number 8. Which Blink 182 song was covered by Mike Gear for the 2022 John Lewis advert? That was last year, of course. All the Small Things. Number 9. Which stretch of water in London is used for a Christmas morning swim? That's the Serpentine. And number 10. According to the lyrics of the song, what were Frosty the Snowman's last words? I'll be back someday. 10 questions of general knowledge done. I'll have the answers to the Pull McCracker round in a short while. First of all, here's round 3. For round number 3, we play Quiz Links. 5 general knowledge questions, and then for a 6th point, I ask you to explain the link between all your answers. Assuming, of course, you've got them right. Number 1. Baron Pierre de Coubertin made which contribution to the modern Olympics? So number 1, Baron Pierre de Coubertin made which contribution to the modern Olympics? Number 2, which band have had top 10 hits with There Goes the Fear and Black and White Town? And don't forget, with this round, once you start to see the theme in your answers, you might be able to go back and fill in any missing answers you've got. Number 2 again, which band have had top 10 hits with There Goes the Fear and Black and White Town? I think they were hits in the 2000s. Number 3, which famous book series is a sequel to the children's story The Hobbit? Number 3, which famous book series is a sequel to the children's story The Hobbit? Number 4, Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman starred in which 2010 film about a hallucinating ballerina? Number 4, Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman starred in which 2010 film about a hallucinating ballerina? Number 5, in 1984, comic book artists Eastman and Laird created which famous reptilian quartet? So number 5, in 1984, the comic book artists Eastman and Laird created which famous reptilian quartet? And number 6, take a look at your answers. There should be some common theme amongst them. For a bonus point, what links all your answers? So number 6, what is the link for all your answers? Okay, well, you put together the quiz link. Let's go back to the Pull My Cracker round, possibly the weirdest round ever on takeaway trivia, or the stupidest. All right, 10 questions or 10 Christmas cracker joke lines. Can you get the punchline? Number 1, what does Santa get when he's stuck in the chimney? Claustrophobia. Santa Claus, claustrophobia. Number 2, what do you get if you eat Christmas decorations? Tinselitis. Number 3, why did no one bid for Rudolph and Blitzen on eBay? Because they were too dear. I think that's my favourite so far. Number 4, why does Santa have 3 gardens? So he can ho ho ho. because hoe's a type of spade, isn't it? Mark's just sighing in the corner. Question number 5. Who is Santa's favourite singer? Elvis Presley. Number 6. What do you get if you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. Oh no. Number 7. Why was the snowman looking through the carrots? He was picking his nose. Number 8. Who hides in the bakery at Christmas? The mince spy. These are getting worse. Number 9. What do you sing at Snowman's birthday party? Freeze a jolly good fellow. And number 10. What do you get if you cross Santa with a duck? A Christmas quacker. Shall we put that round on the don't ever do again list, Mark? Mark's shrugging. All right then, there you go. That's Pull My Cracker. I think you've had enough time to think about your quiz links. Christmas quiz links. Number 1. Baron Pierre de Coubertin made which contribution to the modern Olympics? He designed the Olympic rings, the famous flag of the Olympic Games. Number 2. Which band have had top 10 hits with There Goes the Fear and Black and White Town? That's the Doves. Number 3. Which famous book series is a sequel to the children's story The Hobbit? The Lord of the Rings, of course it is. Number 4. Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman starred in which 2010 film about a hallucinating ballerina, Black Swan? And number 5. In 1984, comic book artists Eastman and Laird created which famous reptilian quartet? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What's the link between your answers? Well, you had rings, doves. Number 3 was a double bagger because you had Lord and rings. 5 you had swans. 4 you had swans. 5 you had turtles. So you had rings off of 5 gold rings. You had doves off of turtle doves. Lord of the Rings, so you've got Lords leaping and the 5 gold rings again. You had swans off of swans swimming and turtles from the 2 turtle doves. So they're all gifts from the song The 12 Days of Christmas. Well done if you sussed that link out. Good stuff. 3 rounds down, it's time to move on to the final fling. So here we are already, gang, at the doors of the final fling. No Christmas in this round, it's just a normal 15-question trivia round. All potluck, but a little bit harder than the rest of the podcast. Question number 1. Name the restaurant often visited by the characters in the TV series Glee. So number 1. Name the restaurant often visited by the characters in the TV series Glee. Number 2. What colour are the fruits on a deadly nightshade plant? Number 2. What colour are the fruits on a deadly nightshade plant? Number 3. How many years would you have been married if you were celebrating your sapphire anniversary? Number 3. How many years would you have been married if you were celebrating your sapphire anniversary? Number 4. How many members were there in the pop group Little Mix? Question number 4. How many members were there in the pop group Little Mix? Number 5. What do invertebrates lack? Question 5. What do invertebrates lack? Number 6. The airline Sansa is based in which country? Number 6. The airline Sansa is based in which country? Number 7. In what year was the original Top Gun released? Question 7. In what year was the original Top Gun released? Number 8. What is the name of the highest mountain in Wales? Question number 8. What is the name of the highest mountain in Wales? So question number 9. Where is the US office located? We're talking about the comedy series. So question number 9, where is the US office located? We're talking about the comedy series. And number 10, which Canadian province has Halifax as its capital? Number 10, which Canadian province has Halifax as its capital? Number 11, in which US city was Diana Ross born? Number 11, in which US city was Diana Ross born? Number 12, the world's first ever artificial sports pitch was built in which stadium in Texas? This is a tricky one. Number 12, the world's first ever artificial sports pitch was built in which stadium in Texas? Number 13, in Braille, which letter consists of a single dot? Number 13, in Braille, which letter consists of a single dot? Number 14, Ibiza and Majorca are parts of which island group? Number 14, Ibiza and Majorca are parts of which island group? And finally, number 15, which bridge over the Thames is the closest to the Tower of London? So number 15, which bridge over the Thames is closest to the Tower of London? That's your 15 questions on the final fling. Hope that secured you a win for this week's takeaway trivia. Should we find out? If you're not ready, pause. But if you are ready, here come the answers. Your answers to this week's final fling. Number 1, name the restaurant often visited by the characters in the TV series Glee. That was Breadstick, the Breadstick restaurant. I'm never a fan of Glee. It's something that passed me by completely, but it was big, wasn't it, back in the day? Number 2, what colour are the fruits on a deadly nightshade plant? They are black. 3, how many years would you be married if you were celebrating your sapphire anniversary? 45 years. Number 4, how many members were there in the pop group Little Mix? 4. 5, what do invertebrates lack? That's a spine or backbone. 6, the airline Sansa is based in which country? Costa Rica. Number 7, in what year was the original Top Gun released? 1986. So number 8, what is the name of the highest mountain in Wales? It's known as Mount Snowdon, a bit like Uluru in Australia, which obviously for many, many years was known as Ayers Rock. There is currently a campaign to change Snowdon back to its original Welsh name, which is Ywithfa. Apologies if I've pronounced that wrong, Welsh listeners, but yeah, Ywithfa. So if you put that, give yourself a point as well. Number 9, where is the US office located? That is Scranton. Question number 10, which Canadian principality has Halifax as its capital? That's Nova Scotia. 11, in which US city was Diana Ross born? Detroit, the home of Motown. Number 12, the first ever artificial sports pitch was built on which stadium in Texas? That was at Houston Astrodome, which is why it was known as AstroTurf. Number 13, in Braille, which letter consists of a single dot? That's the letter A. Number 14, Ibiza and Majorca are parts of which island group? The Balearics. And number 15, which bridge over the Thames is closest to the Tower of London? Tower Bridge. So there we go, that's the final fling done. That's this edition of the quiz done. Total up your scores. However you're playing the podcast this week, I hope it's been a victory for you. But more importantly, of course, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Or whatever you're celebrating this time of year. Maybe you're celebrating Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, if so, or Kwanzaa, or maybe you're just not a religious person, but are using the time to spend it with loved ones, relax, chill, or just be with family. Whatever you're doing this week, have a good one. And I'm humbled that this quiz is a part of it. Before I go though, just time for one quick tat fact. Did you know that the first song ever played in space was a Christmas song? On the 16th of December 1965, Jingle Bells was broadcast during NASA's Gemini 6A spaceflight, making it the first song played in space. Have a great week, have a safe week, and we'll quiz again soon. There will be an edition as usual next Monday, even though it's Christmas Day. Take care, quiz heads, and Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoyed playing this week's Takeaway Trivia. Don't forget, we're now available wherever you get your podcasts, so please subscribe, rate and review to help this podcast grow. Also, if there's anything you'd like to be tested on, any subjects you'd like to hear in the quiz, please get in touch. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/takeawaytrivia or on Twitter at BarWars. Speak to you soon. The intro music is There It Is by Kevin MacLeod, available from incompetech.filmmusic.io, licensed by creativecommons.org.